Welcome to RaidGuides.com's video guide to Stone Guardians on 10-man heroic in the Mogu'shan Vaults. My name is Arch and I'll be guiding you through this encounter. If you need the normal mode tactics, then please find our normal mode video, which is also in this channel. Like with most of the heroics, there isn't a massive change on heroic from normal on this. It's one fundamental difference, which you'll see when the dogs activate. They leave a crystal behind them, and you can interact with this crystal, which using that you can then energize the floor tiles for more damage and more spirit. Right, so let me demonstrate. Right, so you click on the tile, click on the crystal, and you get this buff. You get 10 stacks of this buff. Every time you run over a tile, you lose a stack, and you energize the tile with that stack. Now that gives you 1% increased damage and 1% increased spirit for each stack. However, it also, you take about 6,000 damage per second per stack. So right at the beginning you're going to be taking 60,000 damage per second, so that's a lot. So you want to, right at the beginning, what we did was we had as many people as we can available to just grab a stack and just light up the tiles and get as many stacks as we can, rather than having somebody constantly trying to do it. So as you can see there, we've reached 100 stacks. Now that makes this fight significantly easier. If you can smash out 70, 80, 100 stacks right in the first 10 seconds of the fight, you're going to find it so much easier. We tried the other different ways of having one person do it and only getting to 30, 40 stacks and just not having the output, and it was just so much easier doing it this way. If you click on the crystal during the petrification of the same crystal, because obviously they are all of the same school that the dog was in, you will take reduced damage. So the person that's by that crystal is going to take less damage, but the other people are really going to need healing. Now when they reach 75% and 40%, they de-energize all the tiles on the floor, and you have to stack it up again. So what we did again when it hit 75% is we had everybody who's available, pretty much the DPS, just click on the crystals and just run around and light the floor up and get as many stacks as quick as we can to push through, and it goes down so much faster. I mean, I think our kill lasted about 4 minutes 50 because we just pushed out so many stacks. It just makes it unbelievably easier, and your healers will appreciate it because then they can just not have to worry about mana because there's such high spirit. We found that the Jasper is probably the most annoying dog because it ties you together, and so then you have to obviously stay together in order to do the crystals. Our first week we had Jasper, Amethyst and Cobalt. Now that is a major pain in the arseholes. If you've got all three of the ones where you have to move, it really makes it significantly harder. Having Jade there, which takes away one of the needed requirements to move, you'd be surprised how much of a difference that makes. As you can see, we've got Jasper, Amethyst and Jade, so we don't have to worry about the Cobalt mines, which they can be quite annoying. But Jasper is definitely, in my opinion, the gayest one you can get, because it's so annoying having to be stood next to somebody the whole time. As you can see, 40% hits now. We need to go get more charges. I don't know what took us so long. I don't think we noticed. Too busy deepsing. So now this time it's Jade being petrified, and we've got the Jade debuff. So as you can see, we're taking fuck all damage. So that's why we decide, we'll go for a second run, because we're not hurting the healer's mana. We'll get some more stacks up. Even though the petrification is now gone, I've still got cooldowns which I can use. So we stuck out a load of stacks. As you can see there, we're up to 74, 77. I think we sit at 77. 77. I'd always say go for a minimum of 70 every time. 70 plus. First time, definitely smash out 100, because it's so easy to do in the first time. It's so helpful. So once your tanks, exactly like normal, once your tanks have got that grips of taunting and making sure the correct dog's building the correct energy, and once you dodge everything, dodge all pulls, dodge all traps. Make sure you're staying near the person with the Jasper chains. We didn't bother breaking them. We just literally just stayed together for the rest of the fight. Just stuck with it and just didn't bother breaking them. Just stand together for the rest of the fight. And then once you get to grips of lighting up the tiles as quick as you can at the beginning, 75 and 40%, then you wouldn't have any problem. So good luck, have fun, and I'll see you in the next heroics.